Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones. I'm extremely excited about this episode because this, I believe, is probably going to be the time when we can finally eliminate the veil from the game. Yes, from the game. That's it. That's what I was leading up to right there all that time. Yes, wonderful, wonderful fanfare. And indeed, we are now going to be making our way inside to Pike itself. And this is actually one of my, or shall we say, in a very old warband mod by the name of A Clash of Kings, I have a fond place in my heart for the Iron Islands, just because we've had some extremely intense battles there, mostly because basically what I recall is we came up to the docks in Pike or Lordsport. I'm not entirely sure which one it was at this point, because it was probably 12 years ago now. Very, very long time ago. Let's just say that. Very long time. So, point is, it was a very long time ago, and we went up to the docks, and there were so many people there, we were just having to fight through. Obviously, think about it this way. Warband doesn't have a huge amount of, well, survivability. You're not really able to survive super long amounts of time, but for some reason, I managed to live. I managed to stay alive for quite a while and get massive amounts of kills. And indeed, we slaughtered so many people, it became known as the massacre. Well, you know, in shall we say, general lore, it became known as, you know, a relatively big massacre. And it wasn't like the massacre at Crow's Nest. That's it. Yes, yes. There we go. There we go. At the time, a couple of viewers actually, I think one in particular, coined the title for Elias at that moment in Crow's Nest when he, I believe it was when he was defending. I think he was defending Crow's Nest from, I don't know, some interloper or another. I actually don't know who it was at the time. I don't know which faction it was. But what I do remember is the title that Elias was bestowed upon. He gained the title the Reaper of Crow's Nest. And we even changed our name associated with that. So we were now Elias, Reaper of Crow's Nest, which, you know, in all intents and purposes, that was an extremely legendary battle, because we, I think, eliminated over 1,000 troops in that particular siege. And that was I think it was 1,000 troops at least. I mean, surely it must have been a pretty big number, right? But yeah, anyway, the point is, we basically defended against an overwhelming force, and it was fantastic. So many extremely cool memories from that time, and I cannot wait actually to see more of that stuff in the future when we inevitably get into more trouble, you know, because there's bound to be more total conversions coming out. I'm bound to be playing more of them, and indeed, I can't wait for the new DLC as well. The new DLC for Bannerlord is obviously going to be coming out sometime soon. I obviously have no idea when that is, but yeah, it's been delayed one time already, which I think is a good idea. If it's not ready, then it's a good idea to delay it. And from my perspective, as I said in my in my preview video, it's not really a preview as it were, but it's more like the my reaction to the news. Oh, yes, have a couple of people that are, oh no, there we go, they actually just ran away. Okay, fantastic. Yes, as I said in my reaction to the news that there was going to be a DLC, I didn't even know that beforehand at the time, but yeah, as my reaction stated, I'm not that amazed, or shall we say excited, about the prospect of naval combat. Naval combat for me is not really something that I'm super excited about. However, what I am excited about are the other changes, you know, any of the other changes, basically adding in a whole new faction. That's going to be fun. adding in, well, they were talking about stealth gameplay as well. And for me personally, I feel like stealth gameplay, while there is a mod by the name of Forbury, which we have series on as well, by the way. But yeah, while there is a mod that is actually doing that, does actually do quite, actually a very good job, and has quite a lot of features associated with stealth and banditry and stuff like that. I'd like to see how that actually works when it's done by the developer of Bannerlord. Maybe it's going to be cool. But I've always wanted a stealth system, as it were, because, I mean, to be fair, obviously, most of the time, it's not really going to come into it, because, well, I mean, think about it. How is it going to come into it? You know, in a battlefield situation, there's not really going to be any opportunity to stealth someone, right? To sneak up on them from behind and to do damage, you know, that way. However, when you're being a bandit and sneaking around the alleyways and things like that, maybe it's going to be cool, you know? Maybe it's going to be cool to do that kind of stuff. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm going to be intrigued to see what actually happens there. Yeah, let me actually just see what I can do about these guys. I think I'm going to have to get rid of quite a few people here, unfortunately. I didn't really want to have to do that, but yeah, as I said, there you go. I'm going to have to get rid of those. And we got a skill point as well. And look at that, ransom our prisoners for 500,000. That's how many of these blasted oafs we have in our in our party here. And the owner of Pike will be Calpono himself. Yes, hopefully he will take care of it. Yes, it's very unlikely, isn't it? I feel like it's very, very unlikely that he's going to take care of it. I don't know. Anyway, if we zoom out here, you'll get a good look at what's actually happening in the greater world at large. You can see here that obviously Dawn, have they made peace with us now? No. The Reach have made peace with us. No? Oh, no, wait. No, yeah. Okay, so, yes, Dawn has made peace with us, and the Reach are actually not doing super badly. I mean, I actually thought that they were doing a lot worse than they, in fact, are, so they seem okay. Now, this is going to be a bit of a problem. We have, obviously, 10 towers. 10 towers has been taken back. I will go in there again, and I will take that back from whoever has taken it. And then we will probably be moving on to Black Tide, because that does seem to be a town. And we do want to try to eliminate as many of the towns as possible. Oh, look at that. There is actually a fief up there. I never knew that. And that is indeed from the Vale as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, Flint's Finger is also of the Vale too. So, yeah, we have a bunch of things going on here, a bunch of sieges and things like that, but that's okay. And, well, let's get to it, shall we? Oh, wow. Okay, so look at what we have here. So basically, I was making my way over to 10 towers, actually, surprisingly, if you can believe it. Yeah, I think you probably can, because I said it. But yes, anyway, the point is, I came across these, for some reason, completely disorganized vassals. They must have just disbanded from their massive army. And what has now transpired is, yes, you guessed it, we are now attempting to murder them. They were actually preying upon some of our vassals in the meantime as well, so this gives us a good opportunity to teach them a bit of a lesson. And, well, let's see. Now, what I'm actually going to try to do in this episode is I will try, if I can, to stay alive 100% of the time. In other words, in any battle, I must live, okay? And I am not going to be hiding either. I'm not going to be hiding at the back of the battlefield or anything like that, because obviously it's very, very easy to say, oh yes, I will stay alive for the entirety of this battle, and then literally just stand back. Obviously, that's easy, right? That's super, super easy to do. However, if you get into the midst of things and you put yourself in danger all the time, then that is where the true challenge comes in. And that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a lot of fun to see. So let's just, I don't know, just tell these guys to charge in, I guess. Just tell these guys to charge in. Let's try and see if we can maybe do a little bit of slashy slash with these guys. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do if I fail the challenge, because obviously my challenge right now is to stay alive, and that's pretty much it. Just try to stay alive in every single encounter that we have. As most of the time, I do tend to, well, I kind of throw caution to the wind, you know? Because I do find it most fun when we are, you know, embroiled in battle, basically, you know, just like going straight on in there and actually having a whale of a time, because I find it fun to fight, you know. It's very, very enjoyable to fight most of the time in Bannerlord, as the weapons do feel really nice. Obviously, when you have a I mean, obviously this is very much, you know, talking about having high proficiencies. If you have high proficiencies, then obviously it's a lot more fun than if you were to start from the very beginning and have, you know, 10 in one-handed skill or something like that. But the point still stands, you know, it's fun to fight. And I think that's definitely where they've gotten things right, in my opinion at least. I feel like the combat is fun to do. I think the combat is fun to do for the most part. Obviously there are some pain points here and there that are obviously, you know, present, but they are inherently natural for pretty much any game, you know. Any game you're going to play, you're more than likely going to have a pain point here or there. There is no perfect game, right? There is no perfect game. I mean, obviously that's very subjective, you know, that is very subjective, so, you know, I'm not going to say there is no perfect game full stop. It is subjective. Some people are going to say that, you know, I don't know, Call of Duty is the perfect game, you know. It depends on which Call of Duty they're obviously talking about, but what I'm saying is it very much depends on the person, you know. There is a large number of different things to choose from, of course. So many different games to choose from, and, you know, obviously, as I say, it's all opinion-based, because someone that looks at an extremely popular game and is like, wow, that's actually really bad, I don't like that, you know, that kind of thing, versus someone that goes, oh yeah, this game has mostly negative on Steam, I love it, and that's the point, you know. It's just all a very, you know, wide opinionated sort of situation to deal with there. Nothing really, you know, super crazy, but that's what I'm trying to say. You know, there's always going to be something in a game, despite being something that you might enjoy, you know. And I do think the combat is very well done. I think the combat they've gotten really, really nicely done, with the exception of certain things, as I say. And I do believe that there are a number of other systems in the game that could use overhauls, reworks, stuff like that. Most notably, perks. Certain perks I personally don't really like that much, but obviously that is a personal, once again, a personal opinion, a personal preference thing more than anything. And I would also like to see more siege warfare options. That would be amazing. That would be so fun. All right, so let's actually just take all of them prisoner. There we go. Ooh, we got some Unsullied. Very nice. Okay, it's been a while since we've seen those guys. Okay, yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to get rid of some prisoners, which is kind of annoying, actually. Get rid of these. We can get rid of those, I suppose. It's kind of annoying. Oh, well, never mind. I just don't have... I don't know. I just don't have that much time, really. I don't have that much time to sort of wait around for the prisoners to get converted. So I'm consistently running around and taking more prisoners, and I just don't have the time to convert them. Anyway, 10 towers it is. Okay, so I actually did take the plunge here, and I decided that I was going to wait a little bit of time just so that our, well, vassals? Why? No, I didn't say vassals. No. I was about to say vassals, but no. Anyway, our prisoners. So our prisoners could finally get converted to our side. And as you can see, that's what we're doing right now. 13 of them in actual fact. So 454, that's really, really nice. We also make a little bit of space just in case we do take some people prisoner, which we will. And there is Arston, as I said to you before. He is definitely someone that we are going to try to speak to after the fact. And indeed, look at how many forces the opponent has here. 811, which is going to be quite significant for us to deal with. However, we did, of course, eliminate the walls. Yes, the walls are down, so all that remains for us to do now is go here and try to slaughter them all. Of course, I'm going to try and stay alive once again, as I said to you before. Staying alive is paramount. Hello there, sir. Okay, fine. Apparently you do not want to do battle with me. Okay, well, what about that fellow? Ah, no, he raised the shield at the last moment. That's very human-like, isn't it? There we go, there we go. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Let's do this. I will see if we can maybe survive. They have a lot of high-tier troops. A lot of these people have high-tier troops. So it's going to be quite problematic if we take damage. Because they will hit hard, right? Okay, nice. Yes, the more that I can actually get in there and actually do damage, the more that our forces are actually going to live, because I can kill most opponents in 1 or 2 hits. Oh, here we go. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. Okay, the question is, if I go to the front here, am I going to get shot in the face by a thrown weapon? We do not want a thrown weapon death. That would be exceptionally bad. Yeah, these guys, as you can see, they do massive damage. Okay, I'm gonna need to get through here. I need to get through here right now. Okay, here we go. Nice. Okay, nice. Perfect. Okay, this is wonderful. Now we're at the back. That's really, really good. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's not good. I actually don't know. Apparently it's not that good. Okay, this is better. Yes. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. You will be assimilated. You know, so on and so forth. you know the phrase. You know the phrase. Okay, wait a minute. Let's do this. There we are. Nice. Oh, that was a nice hit right there. Didn't kill anyone, but it was a nice threading the needle moment. Oh yeah, these guys have no idea. They have no idea what kind of monster they have unleashed upon the world. His name is Elias, and indeed his second name is something like Mormont. Yes. Okay, I just have to be careful here. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. These people. No. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. Do not be killed. I will not be killed by the likes of you. There we go. Okay. Wow, so many people. What? They have so many people. I need to be careful here. I actually need to be careful. I know. I want to get stuck in there, but I'm at such a low HP level, and I did say that I wanted to live, and the challenge is to live. So I will try my best. Let's just try and free my forces up from the bottleneck. For some reason, they're getting stuck in here, because the enemy is, for some reason, wanting to fight us in there. A bit weird. Okay, gotta be careful. I'm not entirely sure where I'm being shot from right now. If I get killed from here, then so be it, I guess. But... Alright, okay. We're fine. Alright. That was a little bit dicey, I gotta say. A little bit dicey, a little bit too close for my liking, but, you know, good enough. We were able to actually get 163 kills. So that's pretty significant as it is. Pretty nice, I like that. And we are, I believe, done. Alright, there are some people up there. Do I hit them with this? Nope, not in a million years. And I think we are fine. Yes, I think we are fine. And that's it. There you go. Alright. Black tide has fallen before us. And this fellow and/or girl died here. Woman. Yes, this woman died here. Okay, that's actually kind of sad, to be honest. But yeah, there you go. I mean, better than being a prisoner your entire life, I suppose. Yeah, well, maybe. Is it? I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into the ethical debate surrounding that. Okay, so let's actually just have a look-see here. I'm just going to get rid of some of these, put those guys in there. There we go. All right, fantastic. I'm way too low HP to be able to do that. Okay, so let's take these. Wow. Okay. Whoa. There are so many people. What? Did you see that? That was crazy. Okay. Gonna take what? 1,000 prisoners. 1,000. That is insane. Okay, so this is obviously going to be extremely nice for us now, because I can go into the tavern and we can get incredible amounts. Oh yes, incredible amounts of cash. Hopefully some really good roguery skill too. I mean, technically we should be getting amazing roguery skill. So let's actually have a look here. And obviously we do have another vassal potentially joining us, you know, that's going to be cool. So let's go all the way to the end, zoom through all of these people. No doubt the main problem we're going to be having is, yeah, the militia, obviously selling those is the problem. Okay, there we go, get rid of those, these, and these. Alright, so we only have a small amount to get rid of now. I guess we'll just sell these. And there's 84,000, 3 points in roguery. All right, 3 points. Not a terribly big fan, but sure. I guess I'll take it. I mean, funnily enough, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. If you take a look at how much money I actually have in my inventory right now, it is ridiculous the amount of cash we have. Technically, I mean, obviously, it's cash in the form of loot, you know. Cash in the form of loot more than anything. So anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to be speaking to Mr. Aston Selmy here. Oh, I can't do that right now. It's probably because I'm in the town. I probably need to speak to him while not being engaged, otherwise engaged, shall we say. And we'll be able to convert him to our side. At least, I hope so. I mean, I think we have good relation with him, don't we? Do we not? I actually don't know about that.
My friend.
Let's have a look. Yeah. As you can see, yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. So I have an offer for you. Yes, join us. Look at that, 100%. 100% chance. That's amazing. Oh, 52. Yep, there we go. 52 still worked. Still worked. Very nice. All right, let's see. How much does he want? 295,000. I don't blame him, to be honest. He only has 35,000, so I will say yes. There you go. Very nice. All right, so we got him joining us and his clan. Very good. And the question is, do we want anyone else to join us? Yeah, no, that's not going to work. That's no. Adrian's. Wait, Adrian, does he like us? I actually don't think he likes us that much. Do we even have him? I think we might have him as a prisoner. I'm actually not entirely sure. Yeah, I think it's okay. We could potentially let some of his people go. No, he hates us, as you can see right there. I don't know why. Is it because we took his... Oh, no, we took his axe, didn't we? Didn't we take his axe or someone? I actually can't remember who we took that from now. But whatever the case, yeah, he obviously does not like us one bit, so we won't be able to convert him. What about these guys? Nakaro? Nakaro? I don't think I have him, but maybe I do. Let's search. Alright, so it's been a little bit of time since the previous little section that you saw here. Now, I am going to be recruiting another 15 prisoners. As you can tell, I've been waiting around for quite some time, just because I wanted to make sure that we had enough cash for the next leg of our journey. We have 400,000. I still don't think that's enough, to be honest. I really don't. We have had some very good success with our armies, however. Our allies have been very active in this area, and they have actually taken a number of places. So much so that we apparently just took Awkward. These guys literally just took Awkward, and well, I'm personally going to be making my way over to Saltcliffe, Hammerhorn, and/or Oldwick. Is that Oldwick? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to make our way over to Saltcliffe now, and oh yeah, the North has also declared war against us. So yes, you could see exactly what's happening there. It would be quite amusing if they take Winterfell, which would not be very nice, but, well, there's not much I can do about it at this point in time, is there? No. I mean, if I really want to go over there and actually stop them, then I suppose we could, you know, that is a possibility. But the question is, do we really want to do that? No, not really. I would like very much to eliminate the Veil, actually eliminate them, completely eliminate them. And then, you know, turn our attention to those that were attempting to benefit from the situation. Oh, they did not just do this. Okay, look at what's happening here. Our vassals, because we are now at war against the North, they are now saying that they want to make peace with the Veil. Okay, you know what? There is no way ever I am letting this happen, even if I have to spend the last of my influence to be able to do it. Look at how many prisoners. I mean, it's absolutely staggering. We have 167 prisoners. There is no way. No way. No, I'm sorry. It's absolutely impossible. There is no way I will be doing that in a million years. I can't believe they decided to even call for that. Anyway, as you can see, I've been bombarding the walls. I wasn't actually going to wait for the food supplies to dwindle. Actually, you know what? Me waiting is actually pretty decent if I was by myself. But I'm not by myself. I have significant numbers advantage here. So there really is no reason for me not to go in. However, obviously, I do still have to survive. I'd like to survive as best as I can, and we'll see if we can actually make that happen. Now, if I can just... Wait a minute. Where do I go from here? I guess we'll go this way. Alright. Yeah, here we go. Wow, that was a nice hit. Well, it looks like I'm not going to get up there anytime soon, does it? No, not at all. But I am just going to speed things through here because I literally cannot move. I just cannot get up there for some reason. So yeah, otherwise, as you can see, we are now swarming the courtyard, and it was a very, very successful siege. Gotta say, super, super nice. Feels to me like the Vale is pretty much done at this point, and I highly, highly doubt they're going to be able to do anything against us. And that actually gives me a huge amount of satisfaction from that, because, no offense, but I have absolutely... I do not like them. As I've said, I have said this multiple times now, I am not a big fan of the Vale, just purely because they are so... I don't even know what to call them right now, but they are just very persistent, shall we say. Yes, very persistent and very insidious, I think, is a good way of saying it. Anyway, we're very, very good here. We've eliminated, or shall we say, captured Salt Cliff now. And yeah, we can take a look at the map once again, and we can see exactly what's happening. I obviously don't really want to make peace with anyone at this point, because for some reason, yet again, because I don't have diplomacy installed, which I am definitely going to do in future series, it's just been absolutely terrible for us not to have any kind of way to actually have the faction be respectful of what their current situation is like. For example, just look at what's happening here. The Vale, right? Okay, this is absolutely ridiculous. The diplomacy needs... I feel like... Obviously, this is not Realm of Thrones, right? As far as I'm aware, they are not using any kind of diplomacy mod or any tweak whatsoever to the diplomacy of the base game. So, taking that into account, if it is indeed the base game, this needs a rework. This needs a rework like no one's business. This really does need a rework, because look at what we have right here. Look at this. Our faction, right? 76,000 combat strength, right? And the enemy has 4,500. They have 4 castles to their name. We have 170 prisoners. We have 64 towns. They have none. We have 86 castles. They have 4, obviously. Successful raids. Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. They did 40. We've done 3, which is... I mean, that doesn't really matter too much. But now here's the thing. We have 95% support to make peace with the Vale, and we are going to be receiving 970 tribute. Now, in what world... is it a good idea for me to make peace with the Vale in this situation? Because for me, I'm going to be getting 1,000 in tribute? I'm sorry, that is not worth it in any way at all, ever. I mean, 170 prisoners, that's worth 1,000 per day? 170 prisoners, we've seen how much 170 prisoners is worth. 500,000 actually. So if the Vale was giving me 50,000 per day, then I'd be like, oh yeah, actually maybe that's worth it. You know, maybe that's worth it. But for me, no. No price is going to be worth this. But I just wanted to draw attention to the fact that the diplomacy system is broken. This is just absolutely ridiculous. There's no way I should be paid 970. If they really want peace, if they really badly want peace, they are going to be paying us much, much more than this. I have no idea what determines the gold amount that they are willing to part with, but this is insanity. Like, really, look at this. House Baratheon, they're not doing particularly well either, but still much better than the Vale, and yet I have to pay them 33,000. I have to pay them? Why? Why would I have to pay them? It makes no sense. Anyway, apart from that little rant that I went on just now, there are 4 fiefs that they have. I believe they have... Oh, no, they don't have Flint's Finger. Okay, so what do they actually have? Okay. They have 4 fiefs, apparently. There's only 3 here. There's only 3 here. So what do they actually have? Do they own Greywater Watch? No. I'm going to assume that I can maybe see that on the diplomacy screen itself, right? No. Okay, apparently I can't see that. That is interesting. Right. Well, whatever the case, this is what we currently looking like. Obviously, we're not at war against Dawn at the moment. No, against the Reach at the moment. Sorry, I keep getting mixed up between them because they're swapping around fiefs and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah. So obviously, House Baratheon, they're very close by with their 2 last towns, which is obviously Lannisport and Case. It would be fantastic if we could take that, to be honest. That would be really, really good. And the Vale is basically done. So I'm super, super pleased about that. I'm going to be moving on to Hammerhorn, and I'm probably going to take that off screen. And then in the next episode, we will be taking Oldwick and Lonely. For some reason, I can't speak. I don't know why that happens to me at every single ending of an episode ever now. But there it is. That is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.